Alright, this is going to be a video about stuff I obtained at the Queers show, stuff I obtained in the mail, and 5 lead singers that I think are out of sight. Okay, so let's get on with what I got at the show. I went and saw the Queers the other night. They were playing with the Coffin Cats. I didn't stay for the Coffin Cats, but I did catch the entire Queers show because they played before the Coffin Cats, and, well, I had to work the next day, like I do every day. Anyway, they had this little 7-inch record for sale. It's a split with a band called Squadron, and what this is instrumentals by both bands, Queers and Squadron, that kind of sound, I don't know, 007-ish. But the real question is, if you see this in the record store, should you get it? Yes, you should. You should get this. The instrumentals are really cool. It'll make you want to watch a James Bond movie. And I'm glad that Squadron asked the Queers to put this together because it's worth every penny, which was $15 at the merch table. Again, I'm showing a record I bought directly from the band. And I didn't have Joe Queer autograph it because I've had him autograph enough of my Queers records. It has to end sometime, and it ended with this, even though I bought this from Joe Queer of the Queers. Alright, oh, and the song by the Queers is called The Ballad of Rock and Roll Lopez. It's good. Alright, let's get into what came in the mail. The Melvins, Tarantula Heart. Gatefold LP, but only one LP inside. Came with this. I call this a quarter booklet. But wow, what a booklet. The Melvins really outdid themselves on this one. The only problem is they didn't make this little booklet the same size as the record jacket. But once you kind of get past that, the artwork on this thing is dynamite. The Melvins, Tarantula Heart. Now, let's get into what the vinyl looks like. It's very swampy green. Okay. Is this thing worth getting? Yes, but only if you're going to play it at speeds that it wasn't really recorded at. Side A is just one song, and that song is called Pain Equals Funny. If you slow this song down to, let's see, 33, maybe 25 RPMs, oh, it's the most interesting dirge you've ever heard in your life. And then if you have a recording thing on your computer, you can slow it down, record it, and then record it over top of the first recording with like a second or two delay, and it becomes the same song, but it's like it's recorded at the Grand Canyon because there's this echo of everything. And it lasts for about 25 minutes, and it takes somebody like me to get through something like that. I love it. Most people would just hate it. Anyway, and then you take the same song, and that song is called Pain Equals Funny, and you play it at 40 RPMs, and it becomes a very, very interesting thing. There's all these different parts to it. And if you speed it up, the voice of Buzz becomes something completely different, and it's just the best. So side one, it's just A-okay. But then again, I've never listened to it in its normal, I guess normalcy. I've never heard it the way I guess you'd hear it on a CD. All right, side B. First song, Work in the Ditch. It's okay. Listen to it, 40 RPMs. She's Got Weird Arms. What a great title for a song. She's Got Weird Arms. Okay. 40 RPMs. Yeah, it's fine. Now we get to Allergic to Food. Wow. Listening to Allergic to Food at 40 RPMs. You've never heard anything like it, and you can't stop listening to it. Last song, right after Allergic to Food, is Smiler. Again, another song at 40 RPMs. Out of sight. Just, I can't say enough good things about the last two songs played at 40 RPMs on this new Melvins record called Tarantula Heart. All right. Now let's get into 5 singers that I really, really like. Here we go. Wesley Willis, the rock and roll McDonald's dude. And this record is called Rush Hour. It's got so many good songs on it. I guess I could name them, like STP, Conked Out My Engine, Jesus Christ, He Goes to Prison, The Boomerang, that's the standout on this thing, Creep Show, Lake of Fire, Fuck With Me and Find Out, the termites ate my house up. Anyway, I love the way this guy's voice sounds, because it sounds like something that most of your friends would say, turn it off. And then you'd find new friends, and your new friends would say, turn it up. All right. Next up is Wildman Fisher, the little screecher, I guess Frank Zappa find. And this is the album An Evening with Wildman Fisher. And his singing is kind of like talking, but talking like somebody who isn't really right in the head, and maybe they could use some psilocybin to straighten him out, but he didn't have access to it, so he just became this thing. And I love it, with his yelling and screeching, which that's him in the background. So first off in the singer category is Wildman Fisher. And I can't get this back in the plastic. Oh man, this song's good. Anyway, wow, this is really tight in here. All right, there you go, Wildman Fisher. Our second, if I said that was first, Bad Religion Against the Grain. Greg Graffin from Bad Religion. One of the best singers ever. This is one of the best albums ever. I love the way Greg Graffin sings. And I'm one of the few people that think his voice improved after How Could Hell Be Any Worse. I just think it did. Anyway, Greg Graffin, lead singer of Bad Religion. All right. Yakko, lead singer of Melt Banana, which I'm going to go see Melt Banana in Cleveland. Yes, I'm going to make the drive from Detroit. And again, I can't believe how great this woman's voice is. And when I say great, I mean not like Linda Ronstadt. This is like not Linda Ronstadt. This is like Martin Jones is directing Linda Ronstadt on how I would like her to sing, and I want her to sing like Yakko from Melt Banana. And this thing is engineered by Steve Albini. I think that's how you say his name, Steve Albini. Anyway, this is engineered by Steve Albini. This is the Speak Squeak Creek record. And it's like Japanese noise punk. And I just love the lead singer of this band. I love the way she sounds. And here's the LP, ticket stub, because you know me, I go see a lot of bands. All right, last is this guy, especially on these two releases. And the releases that I'm going to show you, they say, oh, it's rare, and I just say, well, I'm sure something is rare, but you don't need to take somebody's house payment for it. Anyway, it is Marilyn Manson, especially on the Smells Like Children EP. His voice is creepy, cool, it's everything. And let's show another Marilyn Manson picture disc where his voice is just the best. And this is the Antichrist Superstar record. Unique voice. First time you hear it, especially on these two releases, you never forget it. And that's the end of this video. All right. I'm driving to see Melt Banana, and there's a lot of shows coming up, but my camera did the audio, not the audio, but the audio, sorry. The video is okay, but the audio is terrible. Anyway, so I may not be doing a lot more live things. You never know. It depends on how the crowd is acting. Anyway, pick this thing up if you have a pitch on your turntable and have a great time with it. Side A is wonderfully perfect. Side B, last two songs. Wow. The Melvins sure can get very, very interesting at times. That's the end of this video.